Howdy there, friends. What's poppin'? My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode number 31 of Let's Play Through Final Fantasy Origins, specifically Final Fantasy 1 on the PlayStation 1. In our last episode, we were able to finally find a use for the infamous Leva Stone. We brought it to a desert. I think it was called Lycian Desert or Lycian Desert, or however you want to say it. We placed it in the center of that desert, and from the depths of the earth rose an airship, a magnificent new tool for us to utilize so that we can access different parts of the world. So we immediately headed northward, then a little teeny tiny bit to the west, and we're in a weird little location called the, what was it? I think it was Citadel of Trials? Hold on. They changed a lot of names up on me, so I'm struggling over here with some of these titles. I don't see it on here. Citadel of Trials, right? I think is what he said. Yeah, okay. You guys are like, Rabbit, are you blind? It's right there. Okay, Citadel of Trials. I think this was called like Citadel of Ordeals in the original, or maybe Castle of Ordeals. I don't remember it being called the Citadel of Trials. So this name is new regardless. Just thought I would highlight that for those of you who care about any of my perceived differences between the original and this version. Of course, I'm sure I'm overlooking a few things, but nevertheless, back to my intro. So we made it here. We presented the crown to this random old dwarf who essentially said we can go ahead and test our courage here for some kind of prize. So let's go ahead and do that. If I recall correctly, there should not be encounters in here, but we'll see. Oh, here's the throne he was talking about. And we were teleported to Citadel of Trials, floor number 2. Okay, well, I don't see. Oh gosh. Okay, well, let's just follow these little paths. I honestly don't remember. Oh God, I don't remember where we need to. Okay, this is messing with me a little bit. So it looks like both the top platform and the bottom are teleportation devices. So I probably need to focus a little bit on what I'm stepping on, because I remember this is a puzzle. Oh, but I don't remember. I honestly don't remember how to get where we need to be. So this could be a bit of trial and error. Oh gosh. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know. Let's just hop on some of these and see where they take us. Oh God, there's a door and there is a fight. So I'm a liar. I thought, oh God, dragon zombies. I don't think so. Fire and Dia. Oh, no Dia. Okay, how about Dia too? Ought to get rid of them. I don't remember there being enemies here. Well, or maybe, I guess there might have been and they're just not tough and that's why I didn't recall it. Either way, we did go ahead and use a cottage in our last episode, so we're good on mana. We're technically good on HP. We've not had to use not even one potion in the process of getting here, so we're sitting pretty. And as long as we don't spend forever in this maze, I don't anticipate this being that big of a problem. So let's go ahead and get our gil, get our XP, and get going. I'm gonna check out this door and just see what's in here. Ooh, something good. I don't know what though. Let's see. Oh, clay golems. Oh God. I get ice? Is that what I don't know. Are these things earth? I don't know what these things would be. Let's try a bunch of different things and just see how they respond to the damage, right? But anyway, as we're kind of just mindlessly combing our way through all of this, I was sharing with you guys, I'm just kind of me reflecting on me and Andrew as kids even, and how even in our youth we were both pretty mindful of choices that we made. And I was reflecting further on just a quote I had heard as a kid about, you know, there being a very big difference between enjoying your youth and crippling your future. And I often think about even some of my friends or some of my clients now. Let's see what's in here. Oh, gauntlets. This is old, right? Hold on, let me see. I think this is old news. Well, maybe it's not. Gloves with bolt 2 effect? What? What, game? What are you talking about? I guess we'll take a look at those later on. That's kind of wild. I don't think we've seen any items so far that have a description like that. At least a description related to a spell. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Very interesting. Okay. Let me see. Could we get into... Oh, so this is one of those spots I was talking about. Well, this one's actually not that ideal, however. Where technically you can repeatedly generate... Oh, I don't think that actually works super well. Let me try Ice 2. Where you could repeatedly generate encounters against the enemy. What would be better, though, is if you were doing this against a boss that's just a solo boss. So like the Evil Eye, or oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage. Or like that, I think it was the White Dragon. Okay, you guys have got to stop messing with throw heat. This is very, very uncool. So obviously that was not the best decision, especially because we really didn't get that much gil or that much XP for messing with those golems. So not the best decision at all, but we've not needed to use any of our potions up until this point, so it'll be okay to go ahead and just slap these on Rohit. He'll chug-a-lug them, and he'll be fine. Okay. Okay. Gosh, it takes so many potions to heal up at all in this game. Oh god. Let me see. I don't know if I really want to hop on any more portals yet. Let me run around, Necrotar. There's just one of you. He should die. You guys, I can't even focus on finishing the point and the thought of what I was starting to say at the end of our episode and what I was just beginning to say. But I'm nervous. I'm not trying to go down like this. So, let me see. I don't want to take any of these portals. But I think the monsters are going to... Oh god, mind flayers. Let's just see if we can get through without... Oh, thank god. Okay. We might be fine. Maybe. Oh god, we'll see. We'll see. Oh. This makes me very nervous. Some of these monsters, especially with how close he got to dying, I am not a fan of that. I do see some stairs. Now the... Oh, Rakshasas? Nope. I don't think so. Not at all. Let's try Fire 3. I'm guessing Dia will work on these guys. I think Rakshasas are undead. I think they are. Let me do fire and, well, we'll see for sure. Where's Dia gonna go? Oh my god. Or not. It's okay. It's fine, Rabbit. This really is not that big of a deal. I can't believe I totally forgot that there were monsters in here. Oh god, I don't know what that says about me, because now I'm sweating buckets a little bit. This is not how I wanted things to go down. Oh, goodness. Let's just try Bolt 2. Is that going to work? I think we'll be fine. Oh. I get real nervous with some of these monsters because I never can remember what all of them do. Well, that's not that big of damage. Maybe they're just not... Maybe they're just not susceptible to magic because it doesn't seem like any of the elemental spells we threw their way had any impact at all, whereas the physical damage, oh god, that's some good kill though, so maybe I should be happy about finding those guys. But woohoo, a level for Melvin, 30 HP. We're getting a lot of HP on people now. Some intelligence, some endurance. I'd like to see some luck, but I'll take what I can get. Now where am I going? I don't want to hop on those portals yet. This floor seems a little bit winding. And the fact that we found the gauntlets, I want to make sure there are no more rooms here that we might overlook. So let's just take a second. Be nice if the monsters left us alone. Huh. Oh, God. I guess let's try it and just see. Oh, that was not the way I think I needed to go. Well, shoot. I think I made a mistake. For sure. Yeah, I don't think that was the way for me to go. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. Did I take the middle one? Mistakes were made, you guys. mistakes were definitely made. I might have to run through this myself or start drawing a map or making note of what I'm stepping on and what I'm doing, because, oh, we might be here for a while. I don't think the Horned Devils are going to be ghosts. Probably not, so I'm not even going to worry about casting Dia. But what a pain in the butt. I will say, I've never super enjoyed any dungeon area where you have to rely a lot on portals. It's just so hard, for me anyway, to always know like where I've been, where I'm going. But again, that is the value of drawing maps and knowing, okay, I was over here and I took the middle portal, or I took the northern portal, or the one off by itself. So I might eventually have to stop talking and focus on marking the direction that I went. And if I can't show you guys because it's taking me forever, I'll probably just do my best to describe. But hopefully it won't take us but maybe another 5 or so minutes to get where we need to go. Ugh. That's terrible though. So we found those gauntlets. That's probably where we were needing to go. And then I took the wrong portal. Ah. Okay. So we're like right back where we were before. So I am going in a circle. Let me just try some new... There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here! Oh my gosh! Oh, that's so not cool. But the Rakshasas, I at least enjoy seeing them for the gil that they're going to give us. And they really don't do that much damage, so they're not that big of a problem. They just look like they'll be scary, but they're really not that bad. Anyway, so the reason why I was commenting on, you know, making good choices, even though I do think there's something to be said for having empathy towards your past self and extending grace towards your former self and the decisions you made, but also not falling into that trap of blaming other people. I think you need to be a little reflective, and I think people need to internally assess outcomes based on choices they made rather than trying to project intention towards others who maybe were involved in the decision that you made. But hold on. Rohit, good job. 6 HP. How are you going to follow up with 6 HP accrual when Melvin and Tyrone got like 30? That's crazy. Anyway, we got some strength, some agility, some luck. Let's move along. I'm trying to get out of here. And what anyway I was kind of getting at is thinking about, I've got a friend who is very much that kind of person who, oh my gosh. Okay, let me try to pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to keep taking the southern one because now I'm definitely not making any headway and I feel like I'm running in a flippin' circle. But I've got a friend who he absolutely is one of those free-spirited people, has always been a little wild and a little out there, and I really appreciate it about him. But one of the things that I do think is kind of a big weakness for him, I've just recently started trying to help him go through a little bit more mindfulness and go through just some things. And I'm not allowed to have him on my caseload, but he recently did start receiving some services from, I took one step. I'm not allowed to work with him because we've been friends for a little while, but he started receiving services from our agency, and I've been just kind of talking to him just as a friend about his past. And he's very much one of those people that he believes in like enjoying his life, but he doesn't hold himself accountable for like bad outcomes. He often will say things like, well, you know, it is what it is and life is what it is. You just do the best with what you've got, which I agree to an extent, but you also need to learn from mistakes, and you should actively be trying to improve upon your decision-making skills and improve your circumstances by not repeatedly doing the same things that generated the outcomes you did not enjoy and that brought you a lot of problems. So I think a really good example of issues that he's kind of generated for himself, but I feel like he still doesn't really take ownership of, so I don't know how far he's going to get with reaching the point where, let's take the northern one this time and just see. Oh God, let's take the northern one this time too? I think it's taking me to the same, I think I'm truly doing the same thing, but I'm trying to switch it up, and now we're back here. Let me do the bottom one. Guys, have we been here already? Oh my gosh, I have been. Okay, I've got to pay attention. Medusas? Oh no. I think things cause some big problems. Let's not even play around with them. So a really good example for him anyway, that, you know, he and I have kind of talked through as friends. He was very, I think, sexually irresponsible during his youth. Not that I think there's anything wrong with people, again, enjoying their life, having a good time, but let me see, before I do anything with this, oh God, I'm gonna take this one, just to change. This is new, right? No, this is not new. Oh my gosh. This is where we got this. Well, at least we're back here. Oh my goodness, you guys. I guess what I'll do is go down, because last time we ran, I think we ran around to the western side, right? And we took that portal. Let's take this southern portal and see what comes about from that. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Oh my God. Oh. Let's just do it and see. No, that was not the choice at all. I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, let me bring us back to that room where the gauntlets were, and we're just going to try a different portal because I will be running around forever. And I just cannot have us here for like 20,000 years. So I'll see you guys there in just a second. Let me get my shit together. Okay, we're back. I am going to try this portal and just see. Oh, thank goodness. At least we're in a new area and it doesn't look like there's a teleportation path here. So I will take it. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's such a pain in the butt. You guys do not even know. But anyway, my friend. So I think he was very sexually irresponsible, and not in the sense of just enjoying his physical attractiveness to others and, you know, just an open love of women and women loving him, blah, blah, blah. He took it to the extreme where he was very non-committal, and I think he broke a lot of hearts. And anyway, what ended up happening was he got trapped by a meth head. She lied and said he had gotten her pregnant, but then, of course, she magically said that she miscarried, but she never had gone to the doctor, never provided proof that she was ever pregnant. And because he is a good person, he said, you know, he had suspected that she lied just so that he would move in with her, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to leave her immediately just in case there was legitimacy to it. So again, regardless whether she legitimately had been pregnant and then lost it, or she was never pregnant and wanted to trap him because he made really good money and he was very attractive and blah, blah, blah. Regardless, it doesn't matter. The end outcome was the same, where he had felt pressured to stay in a relationship with her. So he did. And what ended up happening was she stole a lot of his money. They eventually did have a kid together, and she was abusive to their kid. She made them lose their house. They lost a lot of stuff, and then it ended up she left them and ran off with some other guy. Anyway, so my friend actually has sole custody of his daughter, and you guys know it's very rare for the dad to get custody of the child. So it was a mess. So anyway, and then his daughter has a lot of problems now as a result of that. She herself is pregnant, and she is in her early teens, and she dropped out of high school. And of course, again, you cannot blame my friend for all of these outcomes. You know, his daughter made choices, and, you know, his ex made choices, and he made choices. But a really big thing that he and I have kind of been talking about is just the impact, though, that those choices can have. So maybe if he hadn't been so lackadaisical and non-focused in the types of people that he was engaging in casual sex with, he wouldn't have ended up with someone who was addicted to meth and who would steal everything that he had, and then ended up having a kid with her, and then she was abusive to the kid, which then in turn created a lot of mental health concerns for his daughter, which in turn created a lot of disharmony and disunity in his household. So it's almost like the concept of the butterfly effect, but in the not so positive way, where I think any choice that you make, it does have a domino effect, and it does lead to additional outcomes. Now, again, I don't think it's fair to blame anyone for those outcomes. Again, he could have chosen not to stay with her, or at the first sign of abuse or the first sign of like meth addiction, he could have chosen to file for sole custody of the daughter and left. And at various points, he could have chosen to be more supportive of his daughter, but I think because he had a lot of trust issues as a result of his ex stealing all of his stuff and causing a lot of issues for them, it was a mess. I think a whole lot of terrible things happened. Oh, a nightmare. It's just a cute little pony. It's not a nightmare. But I think a whole lot of things happened as a result of him choosing to be a little irresponsible and not really reflect on choices he was making, because there were a few paths where he could have changed the outcome of events, but he chose kind of not to. Ooh, a healing staff. Hold on. We'll continue talking about my friend in a second, but let's first, sort our inventory and check out the healing staff, which says it is a staff with a heal effect. And oh, baby, we absolutely are going to be using that immediately. Sorry, Melvin, I have been enjoying the mithril hammer on you because the healing staff is really going to cut a lot of his offensive capabilities, but let's be real, it's not like Melvin is doing that much damage by just whacking people with his little rubber hammer over here. We're gonna throw the healing staff on him because, well, you guys will see. We've been struggling for a little while regarding heals, so let me just quickly show you what this will actually do. Cue a battle. Well, if we get that far, we'll see. It may or may not work. Hold on, we'll check it out. What? How could you miss that, Burl? And Melvin and everyone else, are you guys even trying to hit these things? Snort. Oh God, what are we snorting? And that was some white powder. What on earth? Did it not? Did it not? Hold on. I need to pay attention to... I don't think it did anything, did it? Hold on. Maybe I have to activate it? I've got to remember, you guys, it's been a minute. We're gonna do a little trial and error here. Hold on. Hold on. Is everyone's HP changing at all? Tyrone's 236. Okay, so I have to actively use it to get the heal effect. But hey, I mean, if need be, I can now have unlimited heals as a result. That's crazy, though. I could have sworn it was an auto effect, but maybe it's not. So that's probably going to be the case with the gauntlets too, where Bolt 2 can continuously be cast by using the item like a spell. Okay, I think that is how it has to work. I mean, obviously, because we had Melvin attempt to attack and nothing happened as a result of it. What happens though? I guess, okay, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Let's keep on keeping on. We got our healing staff. Let's run. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to run down and then back up. I wanted to continue westward. Oh good, we got a preemptive strike though. I'll definitely take it if it gets me more heals. But okay, finishing my thought on my friend. So he and I have talked a lot about just the things that have happened, and when reflecting on his life, he doesn't really take any responsibility for any of the choices he made. He doesn't really believe in like karma, which is fine. I think there's a lot to be said for not believing that any other force controls outcomes for you, but that all of the outcomes we experience, they're a result of choices that we make, right? That's a valid outlook on life. But I do think there's a point too where you have to at least consider things that you're doing, and again, that butterfly effect. So anyway, talking to him, he is very much still of the mindset that all of the negative things that have happened in his life, it's his parents' fault. Like his dad was very absent in his own life, and he did have a good mom and a really good stepdad, but his biological father, I guess, was not involved in raising my friend or my friend's sister. So, you know, there's definitely a lot of hurt and a lot of harm there that was done by the father's absence, and I can relate to that. You know, my mom was very absent in my life, and I really only had one parent, and I was primarily raised by one parent after my mom and I kind of, even though I was a child, I would say it was almost like a mutual decision that she was not interested in being involved in me. I was not interested in being involved with her. And so my father ended up being the one that kind of raised me. And, I'll never regret that, because while it was hard not having a mom, it was amazing having such a supportive father and not needing to deal with the toxicity of having my mom in my life, which I actually think my friend's daughter would have benefited from, and why I'm saying, there's still a continued recognition that he chose to stay in that very harmful environment at the expense of his own daughter's development. But again, he doesn't reflect on any of these choices or think about the outcomes of the choices he made. Instead, he thinks everything comes back to, well, my biological dad wasn't there, so I never had anyone teach me how to be a dad or teach me how to treat women a certain way or treat other people a certain way. And so he's still a little bit not disrespectful towards women, but he doesn't really trust a lot of women, and he thinks, not all of them, obviously, he and I are pretty good friends, but he often will say things like, well, but women will just break your heart, or they only want to be taken care of, or they'll use you, or they'll steal from you. He'll make really strong statements like that, but then in the same breath, talk about how his dad was a terrible dad. So it's like, so you're saying everyone is bad, basically, and this is not gender specific or driven by sexual orientation. It sounds like you're just saying people make bad choices, but that includes you. But I don't think I've ever heard him say that he made a mistake. It's always, I did this because my dad was absent, or I made this decision because my ex was crazy, or I did this because my heart was broken. It's always someone else made him do the thing that caused the outcome that he doesn't like, and that wasn't ideal for him. So, I don't know. He's getting there, and it's great. I'm super proud of him for progress that he has already made, but it's frustrating when you see that people could feel a little bit more free if they recognized their own involvement in things that have happened to them. I think he would be in a much better position if he would really take more ownership of those choices and just try to move forward from there. But okay, I'm kind of getting my butt kicked now because I'm too busy talking and not really doing what I need to do. But these guys are doing a lot of damage. And I am not doing a lot of damage as a follow-up. Okay, would you stop messing with throw heat? My God, they really slowed us down and really crippled us a little bit, but our magic doesn't really get the job done either. Oh my gosh, these one-hit wonders. They're not wondrous. Okay, I think we're fine, especially if they're just going to do little tiny bolts. Then I think we can do it. And this healing staff's not bad. Oh my gosh, why did I have Tyrone? Cure 4? No way. Now that is a flex if I've ever seen one. Oh my gosh, I will be here all day, you guys. All day long. Oh, this feels real bad, but that's okay. That's fine. Let me just throw a fire back. That's wild though. I can't believe he just used Cure 4 on me. Anyway, the point of me saying all of that is I would really strongly encourage everyone to just daily think about what could result from choices that you're making, and if something's not so great, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Nobody is perfect, but just try to learn from your mistakes and try to do better, and definitely, take responsibility for the choices that you make, because at the end of the day, you're responsible for yourself. You really are. Like, I'm responsible for myself, and any of the pain or hurt that I carry as a result of my childhood, that does not absolve me from the responsibility of trying to be the best person that I can be. Even if the trauma I've experienced or the hurt that I've experienced is legitimate, I'm still accountable for my actions. Maybe I don't feel like I'm accountable to myself, but eventually I will be accountable to someone or something for the wrongs that I've done. So anyway, those are just my thoughts on that. We will go ahead and part ways here because this has been a really long episode and we've still got a little ways to go, I reckon. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. When we come back together in episode number 32, we will continue combing our way through the, what is this called again? The Citadel of Trials, I think is what they said. We'll continue making our way through this dungeon and see what else we can find. We are trying to test our bravery after all, and I think we're doing a pretty darn good job. So let's see how we hold up. Take care, be good, and I'll see you guys in just a moment when we continue the adventure.